This time of the year, we're all thinking about wrapping up the new year. And one of those things is to think about how to communicate with your donors, how their gift has had an impact on your mission. Well, that communication is very critical. And I want to share with you a few things that you want to make sure and include in maybe what you might want to call the annual report, or an opportunity to either write a letter or create a video, or even an online landing page where this information can be available. But here's some things you want to consider including. The first one is you want to highlight what you've done. It's often easiest to start with the things that are quantitative, things that you count or that you can measure. Maybe it's the number of clients that you've served, or the number of times you've delivered a certain outreach item or tool. Or maybe it's even the number of people who participated or attended either events or on a weekly basis in your ministry. The second thing is you want to strengthen that story by giving them some stories. So highlight some moments of real impact or the qualitative change that your work has had on someone's life. It's not always easy to measure really how many lives were changed because of the work that you did. But each time you capture and can see a story, someone who has responded back and indicated how much what your mission has done for them, and what the impact on their lives has been. These people, sometimes they will share it with a video, or maybe they'll write a few sentences, or maybe they'll just sit down and talk with you. And from that, you can write down a few sentences that you felt you heard them say, and then share it back with them. Say, hey, I'd like to share this with our donors, or with the people who made the mission possible for us to serve you. Can you review these sentences and make sure they are your heart and what you said? That last method is typically one I find works the best, because most people are a little unsure of how they communicate, or the way they write, or how they speak. And so that can help expedite those. But really, these things tie your donors back to how their gifts really did make a difference. It's a way of saying thank you. The next thing is you definitely have to cast the vision for the new year. So don't assume that because they've given before, they're going to continue to give. You want to invite them to give again. You do that by letting them know what you plan to do and how their giving is critical in making those things possible this coming year. The last thing that you want to do in this annual report is you want to build trust. We've talked about it in many of my blogs, but fraud is rampant, and the misuse of resources in nonprofits, it happens. So you want to take time to communicate how your ministry is doing something to ensure that there's accountability and good stewardship of finances. Some examples of that might be, do you have an annual financial statement audit or an independent review by a CPA firm? Are you with an organization that provides a financial accreditation, or is doing some things to check that your finances are in order and in line? And lastly, just internally, what are you doing for oversight and accountability, safeguards in ensuring that the money that they've given is spent for and used for the purposes as it was received? Okay, so this is a little bit about what this visionary communication looks like at the end of the year. And I want to let you know that my heart is to help grow nonprofits in this area. So on my website, you can jump on and schedule a free call with me to discuss your specific situation and maybe get some ideas. And another thing is I offer a financially thriving nonprofit course. And inside of that course, we take a whole section to cover visionary communication, just like the one I'm sharing with you today. So consider that, jump on, and I'd love to visit with you.